In sports today, the Jays get 2 cracks at clinching a division title, and a former NBA MVP is in trouble once again. Here's Matt Hartley with the details and the rest of your sports news.
Thanks, Tanya. It turns out the Blue Jays can in fact be stopped, but only by the rain. The Jays will play a doubleheader today in Baltimore after last night's game was postponed due to bad weather. Toronto is just 1 win away from clinching the AL East for the first time in 22 years. The tides have definitely turned from 1 year ago when the Orioles clinched the division right in front of the Blue Jays. With the Jays game postponed, Toronto's attention turned to the Yankees taking on the Red Sox. Top of the first, Boston up 1. The Panda eats a changeup and rips a double off the right field wall. Then, still only 1 out. In the first, Travis Shaw gets jammed, but the Red Sox will send the runner home, and he's called safe at the plate. Joe Girardi unimpressed with the Yankees start. The night would not get better as the next batter, Brock Holt, rolls a ball through the gap to bring home another run. Holt then takes the big turn at first to hustle into second with the RBI double. Sox now up 3-0, and there's still only 1 out in the first. Then Pineda leaves a fastball right down Broadway, and catcher Blake Swihart takes the gift with a 3-run homer to right, his 4th of the year. Yanks lose 10-4. It wasn't just Pineda having a bad night, though. This New York Yankee fan dropped not 1, not 2, but 3 balls thrown his way. If that's a first date, there will not be a second. To Chicago now, with the Royals taking on the White Sox. Second inning, and Trace Thompson hits a ball deep to center field, forcing Lorenzo Cain to bring it back to safety. White Sox win 4-2. The Jays are a game and a half up on the Royals for first in the American League. In basketball, the Chicago Bulls are facing yet another Derrick Rose injury. The 7-year veteran point guard took an elbow to the face during the first day of Bulls training camp. Rose will undergo surgery on a left orbital fracture on Wednesday. No timetable has been set for his return. The new injury comes in the midst of ongoing rape and assault allegations against the former MVP. Now with a look at what Mother Nature has in store, here's Christina Romualdo. How's the weather outside today, Christina?
Thanks, Matt. Well, with power outages and flash flooding in Atlantic Canada, we're seeing some silver lining around the clouds of Toronto today. Today's forecast is overcast with a high of 16 and a low of 5. The sun will come out tomorrow with a high of 15 and a low of 4. And on Friday, clouds roll back in with temperatures around 14 degrees and a low of 6. That's your 3-day forecast, but before we head back to the newsroom, we brought our mascot out to celebrate the big news in Toronto.
Just when you thought there was nothing better to talk about than the Blue Jays, we got this news today from the Toronto Zoo. Beloved giant panda Shun is pregnant with not 1, but 2 cubs. The Toronto Zoo says keepers initially saw a single heartbeat when they conducted an ultrasound on Shun last week, but were overjoyed to discover a second fetus yesterday. The popular panda, on loan from China, underwent artificial insemination back in 2014. Since the announcement, it's no surprise that Toronto has been hit with baby fever. That's all for today. For details of these stories and more, check out humbernews.ca. Humber News is produced by students in the journalism program at the North Campus. I'm Tanya Veneri. Join us tomorrow for our next news update.